What's up, guys? This is gonna be a long one, going balls deep in your brainium. What's up, guys? I know you've probably been like, Blade. Well, I haven't seen a Blade video in a while. What the hell? Why is this Sunday commentary so late? Well, because I went, took my mom, took my sister, took my mom's boyfriend, and we went out to a nice restaurant in Seattle, and it felt good, man. That is one thing that makes me feel fucking good. All you young kids out there, let me just tell you about a pretty awesome feeling that you will someday have. The ability to take your mom and your sister, your dad, if whatever. But the main thing is to take your mother, take the mother, right? Take your mother and take her out to a restaurant, and just it's on you, and you're treating it to a nice meal and a good, entertaining time with conversation. That's a fucking awesome feeling, man. I'm serious, because like in my early 20s, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and there was no way, if we were to go out to a restaurant, it wouldn't be nice, and I'd be like, ooh, shit, I don't know if I could really afford this, But it's nice to be a little bit older, role reversal, and, take your loved ones out to a nice family meal. So that's what I did. And it's really weird because I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not. Done it. It's just not good. It's not healthy for the progression of me. See what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of my friends have kind of taken that same road. Some of them still drink or whatever, but I'm just like, it's just not a good look. I hate dealing with drunk people. I hate it. I don't like dealing with drunk people. Just kind of like me saying the golden rule of Call of Duty. You like doing it to other people, but you don't like when they do it to you. I love getting drunk. Don't get me wrong. Who doesn't? But dealing with drunks is not fucking fun. I don't like it. I don't like dealing with drunks. And that's part of the reason why I quit my job. I quit my job at the bar because I don't like dealing with drunk people anymore. It's fucking boring. It's lame. It's fun if I get to go there and drink. But legally, I can't go there and drink. Legally, working in a bar, you can't drink. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've done it before. The previous bar I worked at, I used to walk in there and get a drink handed to me. And then throughout the night, I have like 3 or 4. Cool. Just nice social lubrication, and everything's beautiful. But I like to get fucked up. I love to get fucked up. But it's not fucking fun anymore. Stop being fun. So I stopped drinking a while ago. And it's just not something that I want to do, and it sucks because people that don't drink are fucking boring. They're fucking nerds. It's boring. I mean, it's just not. I'm like, no, let's go kill our liver real quick because you guys suck. Like, seriously, like I find people that don't drink boring as shit. I find potheads boring as fuck. Just because they just want to sit there and just talk and so I find potheads boring. I find drinkers fucking fun. To go on to have a good night out and to get really shitty with some people is fucking fun. But I'm over it. Fucking 29 years old. About to be 30 at the end of this year. And it's just something I'm not fucking feeling, man. But it sucks though, because like smoking weed and drinking, that allows you to whatever problems you have, you're like, we're just gonna talk about that tomorrow. Let's get fucked up. And so during that time, like I'm a heavy fucking thinker. I'm a heavy thinker. I think all the time. But so I'm sitting here with my fucking mind going a million miles an hour all the time, that the only thing I can really do to stop that is to get wasted, is to get drunk. But the problem with that is that those thoughts, whatever's fucking going through my mind, they're still gonna be there. I'm still gonna have to I'm still gonna have to comprehend it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not really afraid of shit. I'm not afraid of anything. Seriously, I'm not afraid of anything. Except for 2 things. There are 2 things that I am fucking terrified of. Terrified. Number 1, death. I'm terrified of death. No one knows what the fuck that's like. No one knows. No one's died and come back. If you did, you didn't really die. I'm terrified of fucking death, and I hate thinking about it. I fucking hate fucking thinking about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't like the fact that it's there, and I don't like the fact that someday this fucking journey is up. Okay? So I don't think about it. I just, we'll talk about that when that comes. And I know that the day when death comes, I'm like, fuck, I knew this shit was going to happen. And the other thing that I'm petrified of, just terrified of, is having children with a woman that I don't love. Fucking terrified of that. Knowing that the person that's going to continue my filthiness, part of that person's makeup came from a cunt. So there you go. Those are my two fears. Death and having a child with somebody that I don't love. Or that doesn't love me. Or both. I'm fucking terrified of that. I do know that eventually I will have kids. But like, I got this thing where I never want to settle. I never want to settle. Like, I never want to go, well, this is the best thing we could have got at the time. Like, sometimes I see people and they have like a car and they don't even know what the fuck their car is. I'm just like, well, why'd you pick that one? They're like, well, that, good deal. We saw it in the lot. Looked pretty cool. It's the best one they had. So I just got this one. I'm like, you're fucking settling. So like, I have this thing where I never, ever, 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 ever want to settle on anything. I never want to settle on stuff. I get fucking this remorse if I go to a restaurant and I'm looking at the menu and I order something and then I see someone else and they order something that looks way better than the shit I ordered. And then I go back and forth and I get to this position where I'm just like, do I not take the shot? Do I not take the shot and go, good, because I don't want to fucking make the basic, ordinary, normal shot? Or do I take the shot and go, that's what I never want to settle, man. I strive for that, but I'm a little afraid and a little petrified that by me not taking that shot, that I'll never take a shot. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not doing well. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I don't even want to make this commentary, but I'm not doing well, like, emotionally. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. Like, things just aren't, like, super positive right now. Like, relationships with friends. Like, one of my best friends, man, I think that I had the last text conversation with this person I'm ever gonna have. Just because I ended up talking to him about something that I knew that he didn't want to talk about. But by bringing him up, he got super defensive and tried to flip the script on me. But I was like, you can't flip the script on me, bro. You can't do it. You can't really flip the script on me about anything because I take the high road all the fucking time. I take the fucking high road all the fucking time. I always do that. I do that because I believe in karma. And I know that bad things aren't going to, like, that's a good way for bad things not to happen to me, is always taking the high road. Always waiting it out. Always doing the right thing. And I feel like if you always do the right thing, eventually you will. I've actually come to a point where I don't know if always doing the right thing is going to allow me for really great things to happen. I think always doing the right thing kind of gives you a band-aid against bad things happening. Because over the last, like, 5 years, nothing really bad has happened, but nothing really positive has happened either. And it sucks because, like, I like things that allow me not to think like this. I don't like fucking sitting here with my mind fucking racing, thinking about every single little thing and thinking about life and how, life's a journey, but I don't want to fucking go too fast in the journey. I kind of want to walk the journey of life just to make sure that it goes there. But, like, I feel like I'm not keeping up with life. I got that. I've talked about Peter Pan syndrome. I got Peter Pan syndrome like, motherfucker, I want to be a kid forever. I think everyone wants to be a kid forever. And, it's not realistic, but I don't want to be a fucking adult. So, I don't know, man. Like, I've asked a couple of questions to people before. I've been like, okay, so if you had to get up and leave right now, if you had to, if you were put on a spot, let's say you were in a situation where you end up having to off somebody, right? If you got into that situation and it's like, okay, you have to go right fucking now. If you were to go right now and you had to go to like Tijuana or go someplace and get a whole new identity, could you do it? I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think I could. Like before, my answer was like, nah, family. I'll tell you the family I got. I got my mom and I got my sister. That's it. Like, my dad died when I was 6. And he died from brain cancer because he used to work around electronics and there wasn't any electronic shielding around it. And it's really shitty because, like, if I see, like, old family friends, like my mom's, like, backgammon people or whatever, when I see them, they start crying. Like, it's shitty to fucking see someone and the first thing they do is just start bawling. You're like, oh, fuck, fucking emotions, great. I didn't think I had to deal with emotions. It's a fucking Tuesday. And they're just like, oh my god, you look so much like Joe. It's fucking uncanny. And everyone that talks to me is they say, holy shit, man, you do realize that Joe was the man, right? Like, Joe was the shit. Nicest, fucking coolest motherfucker you've ever met. And I'm just like, I don't know him, It's not his fault. A lot of people have fucking dads that are punks and they leave and they're like, fucking, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this. Like, a lot of people don't have life figured out and so they just dip, They dip out. They're like, life's hard. I want to fucking just leave. I'm not talking about suicide. Don't get me wrong like that. And first off, suicide's stupid to me because no matter how depressed I get, I know that it's against your fucking human nature to want to kill yourself. It is. So I'm not talking about that. I'm not making a joke about suicide. But, like, I understand life can be hard sometimes. I've had rough times in life, but at the same time, I think it's basic human nature that you're not supposed to. Anything can take you out. You don't get to choose to take yourself out. Get the fuck out of here. You know that if you put your head in, like, fill up the sink with water and put your head in there and just sit there, you know that eventually, even if you're like so intent on doing that, it doesn't matter because you're just going. Well, you're just gonna come out. You're gonna come out of it. So, but I think, like, what I was talking about earlier though, like, my pops died when I was young. And I had my mom and my sister. So I always had to be kind of like the man, but I was dealing with not knowing what the fuck's going on. Like, there was somebody made this for me. They took all of my school pictures and then just did like this timeline of it. And you can tell, that I wasn't there. Like, I was just like, I was always dreaming, I was always dreaming. I think that people dream because life's boring, I don't like females that don't drink. I think they're boring as fuck. I think the fucking plain Jane, women are fucking boring. I like women with some problems. I think everyone has some problems because while they're dealing with the problems, they're hell of fun, But that kind of goes along the same thing, like whatever problems that, I might have, they're going to be there, but let's fucking party, let's kick it. We all got problems, we know about it, and we laugh about it. We throw a shot back. We do what we do to fucking make it more interesting to go on a tangent. I think tangents are interesting because if you go on a straight line, that's going to get fucking boring. There's like this road in Montana where people just fucking crash. Because what happens is it's just a long straight ahead road for fucking days. And people are just going to fucking, if you drive that and you never go off on a tangent, you never fucking break off from the norm, you're going to get bored. So, I don't know, like, I've been noticing because I haven't been drinking, that I've been noticing more things that people say. I've been noticing more things that people don't say. And I've been noticing how people deal with their problems. Let me get back to the whole high road thing, man. Like, it's really frustrating because, like, I feel like I always do the right thing. Like, there's certain times, there's certain situations where people go, "What'd you do?" And I'm like, "Well, of course I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. Of course I didn't do that." They're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because that's the right thing." Like, they're like, "Fuck that. I would have gone off on this person. Or I would have beat this person up. Or I would have done this. Or I would have done that." I'm like, well, I just, if you always make the what you know in your heart, if you have a good setting around you, like I've lived life off experience. I'm 29 years old now. I feel like I have a good set of morals and, process of what's right and what's wrong from trial and error. Because I didn't have anybody to fucking teach me. And my mom is so fucking sweet and passive that she didn't teach me. She gave me love, you know what I mean? She always gave me love. She'll always give me love. And it's pretty awesome when your mom looks at you and looks at your sister and is just like, "I'm fucking proud of you kids." So, I don't know. Let me kind of like look at some of the notes of what I was. It's really, you know what? It's really fucked up. Like, because there's a show, the Ricky Gervais show, and they asked him a question. They're like, "Okay, if you put you on an island and you could have one book and one item, what would you have?" And Carl said that he would have a dictionary. And they're like, "Why the fuck would you have a dictionary?" And he's just saying, "Man, so that I could learn new words. Because if you get a book, you're going to read the book and be like, okay, I read that shit. Whatever, boring. But if you..." And they asked him, "Why do you have a dictionary?" And he was saying, "Man, if I had a dictionary, then I could, I could get my language going. I can get my language up and I can articulate my words better from what's going on in my mind." See, when I watch the show, what is it, the Ricky Gervais show? It's on HBO. It's where Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant interview Carl, right? When I watch it, I'm watching it for a whole different reason. First off, making fun of people is fucking great. I don't care what you say. Call me an asshole or a bastard, whatever. Making fun of stupid people is the fucking greatest thing in the world. Satire is amazing. Being able to make fun of a stupid person to their face is amazing. That being said, when I listen to what Carl is saying, it's fucking... I feel like Carl. Because I might not... I had very low interest in... in literature and reading and stuff like that. I liked film. I love film. I'm a fucking film buff. But and I love good stories. But I don't have an interest in literature. I don't have an interest in, honestly, in vocabulary. I don't really have an interest. I'm amazing on my analogy game. I'll tell you that right now. But when I hear Carl, the shit that he says, even though he's dumb, he's a fucking genius. Like, what's in his brain is amazing. But the translation from his brain to out his mouth, not so much. And I feel like I have the same thing. I feel like I have the same thing. I think I'm a fucking genius. But the problem is that my mind works so fast and it goes on so many tangents that there's no way to fucking to put that out there. There's no way. There's no way for me to, shoot it out there so fast so you actually comprehend it. Like, I would love to have a brain stenographer. The court systems where first off, I don't know why the stenographer has like a special keyboard. Why can't it just be a regular keyboard? But I would love to have a brain stenographer. I'd probably go to jail. I'd probably be in a loony bin, honest to God. Because some of the shit I fucking think of is so out there and so weird that I laugh about it. I'm like, that's crazy. So, I know I kind of fucking put it out there on this one, guys. Fuck it. Let me go through my notes. Let me make sure I made the points that I want to make. Hate the fact that I have friends that are leaving, whether they're physically leaving, or even someone that you know down the street, but you know that that relationship's no longer there. I hate the fact that there's some people in my life that are really important, but I'm going to have to let them go. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that there's some people that are constants that I'm going to be homies with them forever. I got about 6 of those people I'm going to be homies with forever. And I saw on Facebook a friend of mine just had a birthday and I didn't go. And I'm like, why didn't I go? I should have gone. Probably because I didn't want to go out and drink and stuff like that. I talked about never wanting to settle. I talked about that. Live life trial by error. And also, I want to apologize. So the reason why I haven't made any videos in a while is because I've been having these thoughts, man. Like, what the fuck? I've never had a situation where I almost cried in a commentary. That's some bitch shit. But at the same time, like, I'm not Mr. Super Confidence all the fucking time. I'm not. Like, sometimes I question my path in life, and sometimes I question the moves I make. I think that's a good thing. I think that means that I'm trying to do better. Do better. I don't think that's the right way to say that. I'm trying to be a better person. Do better sounds retarded. I hate when people say I do good. You sound like an idiot when you say that. Not saying you say that. But yeah, so I'm just, that's why I haven't had a commentary in a while. So maybe I needed a vent. Cuz I don't have nobody to talk to, guys. Like, I don't. I always put on such a persona, like I'm such a strong person, and people like look up to me. Some people are jealous because like I've made a lifestyle that they envy. But, you know, this shit's gonna end eventually. Not anytime soon. I still love doing this. I'm gonna ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off, but eventually I'm not even talking about the YouTube thing. I'm talking about Only Use Me Blade. See, a lot of you guys think that, which it kind of sucks, but it kind of like blows your mind at the same time. Only Use Me Blade and my personality on here, I'm always going to be me. But this Only Use Me Blade thing is like, it's kind of a charade that I kind of came up with. And I think it's pretty cool, but eventually this shit's going to stop, man. And one thing that I want to make sure I do, like, you know, the show The Office? The show The Office should have ended. It should have ended, man. So, if you made it this far in this commentary, let me just kind of bring a couple things into perspective. I'm going to be in kind of grind mode a little bit throughout the rest of Modern Warfare 3's life cycle and through the rest of fucking Black Ops 2, which I'm excited for. I'm probably going to be done with Only Use Me Blade after that. I've been looking into going to school, get my communications degree, and do radio because I actually like doing this shit. But as far as through the video game portion, as far as this thing of Only Use Me Blade and all that kind of stuff, it's a part of my life, and I share it with you guys. I think that's fucking cool, but whew. Shit you're watching on the screen right now, a little digital guy running around knifing people, that shit was cool back in COD 4. Shit got old. Alright guys, I'm probably just going to put a whole bunch of gameplays. I fucking mean it when I say this. Fucking love you. That was your Sunday Chill commentary. Peace.